Nothing changes.
Hello, good day guys. So we're going to try the activity 4 katong variables. So we're going to start MD file. So I'm using code blocks in your phone. Maybe I'm going to record or screen on how to use TPP Droid, pero nakatry naman yung iba, so baka wala na problema. So first I'm going to save this one before I'm going to start coding para wala problema. So we have Act 4. So bawal ang space. So do not put the space, white space in your file name. Yan, like that one. Bawal na siya kani. Bawal na. So dapat walang space. So kung mag-space ka man, you can use underscore. Pero preferably wala lang. You can use coming notation. Ang first letter may malaki, and then ang second word is, for example, activity, exercises. So ang second word is capitalized. So ang every first letter of the word is capitalized. So activity 4 .cpp. So ayaw kalimutan yung si .cpp. Eh kung .c na siya, lahat ng file ng pod. So after that, so go to the code. So I'm going to run activity 4. Activity 4, so IO stream so that we can use cout. So I'm using katong una, namespace, std, tapos in main. So this is then we have the last one, return 0. So mo ni ang pinaka basic sa ato ang C++ code. So this activity 4 will be all about variables. So we'll start with the integer. So we have integer int. So we're declaring x, like sample x, as what we call this, an integer. So ang sulod ni x kay 1. So kung sa ano pa sa high school pa to, it is let x equals to 1. So like for example, I'm going to declare another one. We have integer y equals 1. So kaning this x and y is declared as integer. So that is what we call data type. Kana data type, integer data. Ang data type niya, data type is integer. So ang integer is from negative o positive na siya, including 0. So bawal ang katong float or katong decimal. So lahat po to siya, float to siya. So this one, so we have declared x and y integer, and then atong what we're going to do is we're going to display this one on the screen. So ato i-try kadagan, compile and run. Then try not to run, so wala output because wala pa i-display. So mo display na siya if you're going to use cout. So cout, we're going to display x. So katong inline guys, inline is for the next line. So pwede wala na siya. So we're going to build and run, and we'll have this output. So magawa siya kay 1. Gawas 1. So ninggawa si x, magawa si y, change na to, so magawa si y. So to display or para i-change na to para dili ma-kuan, para ma-differentiate yun, we have 2 to display sa y. So on displaying a variable on your screen is cout, then the variable. So what if i-display na to ang duha ka buok? So cout, we have x, tapos display po na to si y, then ato inline. So we'll try to see. So yung gawas 1, 2. So may mo siya 12. So gusto na to na space. So pwede na to na butangan dire in between sa x. So butangan na po na siya additional in double quote. Then butangan na to na siya og space. So, example lang, o sa plus lang. Then when you run that on build and run, you will have 1 plus. Kita mo yan, 1 plus 2. So na space. So kung di ka na plus, pwede sa space. So for example, kana. So we have 1 1 plus 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to, so for example, gusto na ako magawa kay the value of x is sentence na to. Pwede. Ito na yung sentence. So cout, dayon, string, the value of x is, tapos, you have your x, and then butakan na to para unique, butakan na to period. And then we have next, go to the next line. Then we'll just copy and paste this one para sa y. Ito lang is list done para paspas ang itong coding. Work smart. So we have, so makita nyo na yan is the value of x is 1 and the value of y is 2. So ni-display siya variables with strings. So gusto na to ipa-display ang unsay answer, ano yung sagot pag if you're going to add them. So cout, we have, you can answer directly x plus y. Pwede na to na. You can do that also. So when you run this one, so the answer is 3. So what's good with in programming, one of the important is you have to really identify what is the, for example, you just put display lang 3 dito, the user will not know what is 3. So you're going to put additional instructions so that the user will know what is 3. So for example, we're going to the sum, double quote, the sum of x, or the sum of what do you call this, x, sum of 1. So ito yung double quote, 1, dayon, and mo na yung long method ang pinakataas na siya na pabahagi. Tanatog space, tanatog space para malahi, and then we have y, dayon tanong po na to og is, tanatog space na pod, dayon, and then we have x plus y, tapos punta na itong period pa dyan para lang masakto ang sentence. So we have n9. So when you run this one, so na error like this one, na error, so you have to kasi out sa code blocks dali ra kayo kay makita man dahil dire. So what is the error? Error is line 7. So line 7, integer main semicolon, layo ang kuan kani siya. So itapad na nato. So backspace kanina. So build and run again. So nindot sa code blocks kay it will display kung dapit ang error. So you will know that dili lang siya 3. May bawaan nimo na ang 3 is the result. Unsa din 3? What is 3 is the sum of 1 and 2 is 3. So kana siya mo na yung mga task na method. Pero naay ang sayon, so that is a complete sentence. Pero naay shortcut, depende na in programming kasi you can solve the problem in different methods. Depende na lang nimo ahay may sayon. So like for example, if we're going to do this, we have x, itong ganina, plus, and then we have y, and then we have x plus y. So when you run this, so limta na to si equal sign. So when you run that, may kulang. Nag-ulo siya. Sobraan ang record. So when you run that, you will have 1 plus 2 equals 3. So depende ahay kuan, ahay sayon sa imo ha. So we'll just So 1 plus 2, hamay sa yun para sa inyo ha, yung katong wrong method, sentences, and then also it's the same thing. At least the user will know ang pinaka-kompleto is this one, complete sentence siya. And then you have 1 and 2 direct to, but it will not tell the user also value ni x and y. So that is directly shortcut ni siya ang s plus 1, but you can also declare integer sum. You're going to put ibutang nimo ang answer siya. So sudlan ang sudlan na to, sinugdanan is 0 equal 0 ang integer. So apa isulod? So siguro later on in your program imong gibutangan sum equals x plus y. So ang sulod ni sum karon kay ang say answer sa x and y. So pwede i-diretso na siya, sum na lang eh. Then when you run this one, you will have the same answer. So iwan ang shortcut, depende hay pa sa yon sa mo ha. This is this one, you are storing 2 to the integer. Imong gisudlan ang y og 2, imong gisudlan ang x og 1, imong gisudlan ang 0 ug 0 ang sum. Then kani siya, whatever the value of x and y, imong gisulod pa dong sa sum. You are storing that one, the value x plus y, si variable sum. So ang variable is storage sa imong data. So like for example, when you're typing something sa imong keyboard, imong cellphone, you are storing that one inside memory. Pero kani siya, all of these are stored inside sa memory. So this is ang katong an idea on how you're going to do with activity 4. Activity 4, depende na nimo how you're going to do. So we're just discussing man muna is the integer part. Later we'll proceed with the float. That will be on the next activity. Siguro mga activity 6, we are trying to do the sum pa man. So hopefully nasabtan gamay, naka-idea ang uban. So the next one guys is the they call activity 5, which is using, you're going to add 2 numbers, but it is the same thing as activity 4. Kani siya, pare-pareho lang siya. Pero ang we're going to do is we're not going to use the using namespace std. So first again, save ko muna as C++, activity 5 act5.cpp, tapos include iostream. So yung for those who have a copy of the source code that I have given, you will notice na mayroong double slash, tapos nakalagay doon figure 2.5, tapos yun na yung figure 0205. Supposedly this is the file name on what you're going to do. So this is from the book that I am using. Pero ang meaning nito pag may double quote is a comment. So when you run this one, it will not affect your code. So wala problema. So it's better to put, what we call this, it's better to put comments in your code para kung kuan when someone will read your code, they will identify easily kung para to ang imong program. So we have this one, we have integer main. So we're not going to use TDIO, I mean using namespace. Diretso ta sa kuan. And then we have declare ng puta, integer number 1. So walay sulod ha, integer number 2, declare na ito diretso. So kani, this is a program also using cin. So cin is you're going to ask the user the value, user defined value. So meaning sila yung magbuot, when you run the program, sila yung magbuot kung unsa imong what they call this number na i-type. So ang imong program will just easily add 2 numbers, what the number or someone ano yung number na tinype ng user. So we're going to declare 3 variables, one for the number 1, another for the number 2, and the other one is for the number sum. So std cout, so we're gamit tag std colon, double colon, and then C out because kung ano ang nasa libro. Pero if you're going to use using namespace, tantaon na ni siya ha. So, enter first integer. So, you are asking the user to type something. And then, std cn. And then, ato na. So, makita ninyo lahi ang space ha. Lahi ang symbol sa cout. And then, sa cn. So, you're going to store. This is displaying. And this one is for storing. So, you're going to store. Kung sige type niya dito sa number 1. Then, so, ito sa testingan. Going to put return 0. Or pwede po wala return 0. Pwede. Pero preferably na return 0 lang. Try to see. So, wala error ang program. So, we'll try to run that one. First integer. So, we have 5. So, wala. Wala in display. Because you have wala man kayo para pa-display sa number na gitype. So, we'll try to display muna the number na katong gitype sa user. So, we have number 1. So, ang unang cout is for instruction. And the second second instruction, second statement is cin. So, dire you're asking the user. Dire na i-type sa user will be stored. Ang gitype sa user will be stored on number 1. It's just accepting integer numbers. And then, i-display po niya dire. So, when you run that one, we'll have this integer. For example, if I'm going to type 20, so, we'll type sa 20 dire. So, ato limpyuhan para nindot. So, we're going to double quote and then space. Para nindot na naman. Ganina, wala pa ito siya arrangement. So, wala na siya, oh. So, unsa ng 20? The problem is we do not know what is 20. So, pwede na to. Additional lang po na to. Additional information. Para dali masabtan sa user. So, you have type kana number. So, we'll try to run. And you will have somebody type was 56. So, you have type 56. So, ang ato ang dito sa kuan, promo niya. This is how we're going to display the data inside on your variable from using cin. So, this is asking the user a number, integer number, and then storing that one on number 1 and then displaying it. So, kani instruction. So, ang purpose na sa unang cout, you are telling the user unsay buhaton. So, importante yun kina sa kung diba, minigon mo sa CP nimo, minin siya enter password, enter pin. So, your phone is telling you to type your password. Kung wala to siya, you do not know what you're going to do. So, importante yun na instruction as a programmer para sa user. So, you are creating programs para madali sa user ang paggamit sa system. For example. So, we're trying to ask the second one. Ato lang i-copy and paste para dali ra. Then, enter second number. Second integer. So, number 2 na to i-store. So, the same format. So, karon ato lang i-add dito. Add number 1. O, i-add na to si number 2. So, kani karon you're storing. So, kung sige type niya sa number 1 o number 2, sige type sa user, will be computed with an operand of addition. Then, ang answer niya, i-save niya pa doon sa sum. Then, karon ato ang i-display. So, unsa may i-display, the sum is so, para nindot, ato lang mabutangan o kuan. Para complete sentence pa. Ito na tugdat. Pero pwede mo wala siya. Mas tinto mo siya tanahon. So, when you run that one, ano to? Sum is ito. std. So, what if we are going to type 25? na to 21. So ang answer na niya kung i-add na to, that is 46. So the sum is 46. So ayan na. Sayo na kayo, no? So man na ibahaton ninyo one activity 1. So ang katong na sa source activity nato sa Google Classroom, ang gitype dito kay 45 man tapos 72. So the answer is sum is 117. Ang diferensya lang na ay period ako ay sa libro wala. So ingana na guys ang activity 5. So will later on, so tomorrow it will be a bit complicated. So additional na data type which is float. So nagila-ila pa ta, nagpapakilala pa ngayon, we are using only the int. So tomorrow we're going to use the float na. Kaya lang, simple. And later on we'll create our own program, simple programs based on word problems.